Max, what's happening?
What's up?
Hey, it's cool.
Bobby Jones. Bobby
Yeah,
Bones.
yeah. Hey, I go by both, Jax.
Yeah.
Is that the angle where you do your TikToks right there with that microphone?
This is it. I don't use the microphone, but it's the entire backdrop of my TikTok.
And is that a living room, a bed? Like, what is that? Because I've been a big fan of yours for a long time. So, what exactly is that area of the house?
So it used to be like my actual living room in my one bedroom that I started all the TikToks in. And I eventually moved into a house and now it is its own tiny little room.
Did you recreate anything from that original room, or did you?
Yeah, all of it.
Oh,
All
that's
of
fine.
it.
It's like a set almost. You've all,
Yeah,
yeah.
I brought it all. I couldn't like I'm like kind of superstitious and things were just going so well and I was like I can't mess with it. It's just I guess who knows, it could be the backdrop that is the reason that people are coming back.
You're
So
you're so talented, and again, I just followed you randomly on TikTok because you came up on my For You page a long time ago, and then but you're also very relatable in a lot of the things that you talked about or sang about. Is it hard now because you are famous and you do have really cool people that like you to still maintain some sort of relatability while you also are getting this new level of success?
oh, I mean, I first of all thank you and second of all, I the best part about right now in my life is that I'm meeting people that have been following me on the internet for a long time in person doing shows. And that has been like so humbling. I get to hear like a bajillion different types of stories of people's journeys and with their bodies and stuff right now. So that's more like group therapy for me right now. And I think like as far as the Hollywood life goes, the only real strange difference for me is like getting recognized in like public settings. But other than that, I'm kind of a homebody. So I just set up my house like to lock myself in here until we go on tour. So I don't really go out much.
Is there a pressure now to continue to produce, elite content now that you are one of TikTok's elite musical, I don't want to say creations, but when
Am I
that,
an elite?
yeah, I think so.
Are
Like
you
you're,
asking me to like be an elite right now? Is this what everybody warned me about?
I think you are one of the big TikTok success stories, at least in my world. And so I wonder now if you've
I don't
attached
know.
that pressure to you to continue doing that.
Yeah, I think there's like the biggest pressure of all of it, I think, is making sure that I amidst posting my like goofy content, I'm posting my original music as well, especially like, now that we're kind of scheduling promotional things and stuff like that, it's like not as easy as just dropping songs on TikTok and seeing what happens every 2 days. So I think, yeah, keeping up with the app as like just a creator on the app and keeping up with the music at the same time has been a tricky balance, but it's still fun.
What's been your musical story? Because obviously you learned to play music at a very young age, or it seems like that because you're so good. Like when did you start playing music, and what was the dream? And were you already on a path to that dream before you blew up?
I mean, I have been writing songs since I was a small little child, and on stage at a very young age, just doing like theater, and eventually joining like pop punk bands with a bunch of teenage guys, and on the road for a while and living out of like vans and stuff to try to get people to listen to my music. So I've been doing it for a while in different chapters and phases. But songwriting for me has always been like the number one thing because I like to write for not only myself but for other artists as well. And that journey just never stops because I'm just still learning every day. Every day I feel like I'm like, hey, maybe I'm good, and then like a really really good writer will come in the room and you're like, I'm not good yet. Like we'll get there, but
Did you ever get
here
to a
I am
point
today.
in Los Angeles where you were like, oh, I don't, maybe not that it's not going to work, but you were just like, I don't know if this is going to work. Like I
Oh
am just
yeah,
struggling.
yeah. I mean, I you would be like a superhero to not feel that way if you moved to Los Angeles at any point. Like Hollywood alone is so intimidating and it's such a cutthroat business. So when I came out here like completely on my own, paying all the bills, figuring it all out myself and at a young age. And I honestly like there was a point where I was like, there is no way this could ever be possible. Like no matter how hard I try, I was, 2 songs a day, 3 songs sometimes in triple sessions. You write and you write and you write. And especially when you're writing for other people, like there are so many writers out here. So it's such a big, big sea. And like you feel like you have the one, and like sometimes you're just ghosted, and it's exhausting because you don't really get paid to do it until something works. So I think for a long time I was freaking out for sure.
When you bring the girl on that you babysit or used to babysit, like when's the last time you babysat her? Because I just feel like you're so big now. Why would you be babysitting?
It's actually the opposite. Now I like babysit more. I first of all, because I am like somehow accidentally branded babysitter, especially to like kids 11 and younger. I When I do collaborations with the kids, parents are like, okay, here you go. And they'll just drop their kid off. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm babysitting for like 12 hours and making content, which is really funny actually. But yeah, no, I babysat Chelsea. Um, Last time I saw Chelsea, but except this time her dad was here, was 2 weeks ago. So, and I'm actually going to see her tonight or tomorrow night, and I'm going to be babysitting tonight and making some videos.
That, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I think I
it is
babysit
crazy.
just to make videos. Like let me borrow a kid just to make videos, and I promise they won't get into anything.
I mean, essentially, that's in a weird way. That's kind of what it is. Like on the internet, people are always like, "Oh, like how do you find these kids?" And honestly, I am like having baby fever right now. So my whole For You page on TikTok is just very talented, intelligent, goofy babies, and all of them to me are like, "Oh my gosh, I have to get this kid here. Oh my gosh, I have to get this kid here." I'm basically like babysitting vicariously through these parents on TikTok. So
What is your most streamed video, most views? Do you know?
I do know. It's with Chelsea. It's the babysitter part 2 TikTok, where she's talking about all the things we don't tell her mom when her mom is gone.
When I saw you guys do a flash mob outside of Victoria's Secret, like it was in
Yeah.
a outdoor mall type thing.
Yeah.
And so when you do that, how much do you practice to get ready for that? And do you do it multiple times? Because you can't really flash twice, can you?
Bobby, I swear that was like the most stressful day of my entire life. First of all, just because like we didn't really like consider a game plan if we were to get in trouble, right? And this was a literal flash mob company of professional dancers that we hired off of the internet. It was like 110 degrees with no AC. We met up at a dance studio and we rehearsed for probably an hour max. And they already knew what they were doing because they're amazing. And they kind of, all the dancers like kind of created their parts with the choreographer and stuff like that. And then invited me in last second because I'm not going to even attempt to choreograph this because I suck. And I had about, I would argue 30 minutes of pure rehearsing. And then we just all drove to the outdoor mall and we're like, okay, let's just do it. And we filmed it on an iPhone.
And then what happens after? Does anyone say you have to go? Like what's the aftermath of that?
So actually, funny enough, the cops did show up. But they were like, that's the thing about a flash mob. You only get one take. So like if no one's on the scene within the 2 minutes and like 45 seconds that the song is there, then what are they going to do? Like break it up? But like they came and they were actually rocking out. So the cops weren't like super mad. I think maybe someone called the cops. I don't know who. I don't know if they look super stoked inside of that Victoria's Secret because granted, these are just like young kids working at Victoria's Secret. They're like, what the heck?
Any holiday plans, any Christmas plans, Jax?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see my family and my boyfriend's family, and we're gonna chill in an Airbnb.
All together?
What about you? All together?
Yeah, we split it up. So we'll go to one and then we'll go to the other. But you bring the two families together? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we do that sometimes. Yeah, my parents are essentially empty nesting, so they're like they bought an Airstream and now they just kind of follow me on tour wherever I go. So they just keep appearing. If I could just wake up and they can be here. It's great.
Well, Jax, and especially me, I'm a huge fan. So I feel like I've been following you for so long that we're secret friends and you have no idea. And that sounds creepy. So I didn't even want to say it, but I did. So here we are.
We are secret
Yeah,
friends.
we're
Thank you
secret
so
friends.
much, Bobby Jonas.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, Max. Okay, look, at Jax Writes Songs on TikTok. Jax, great to talk to you. Keep killing it, and hopefully I'll see you soon, okay?
See you soon, man.
All right, bye, Jax.
Bye.
It's about